Welcome, friend. Today we have a quick video about 5 golden blood markers. So grab your blood work if you have one, or you can come back to the video once you get one. All right, so what are we looking for in your blood work? We're gonna look for CBC differential. CBC means complete blood count, and we're gonna look particularly into the white blood cells. So I want you to look for the differential, but if you will see the total blood count for the blood cells as well. If you don't have the differential, maybe you can get it next time. So white blood cells should be within the range 5 to 8. If they're outside of the range, it means there is some underlying infection going on. Sometimes doctors will find it, sometimes they don't. So don't be surprised. But we're going to look deeper. We're going to look at these white blood cells: neutrophils, lymphocytes, monocytes, eosinophils, and basophils. We're looking at the relative ratios. So look anything which has the mark percent with it. If you don't see them, don't be surprised. You can also calculate them. So if you have absolute values, sum them up for these 5 markers together, and then you will take a value for each of them, and you will divide it by the sum of all 5, and multiply by 100, and you will get a percentage for each marker. What are we looking for? Neutrophils, they should be up to 60%. If they are anywhere above the 60%, it means there is some hidden bacterial infection and your body is struggling. For the lymphocytes, we will look for 30% threshold. The functional range is very, it depends like who you talk to, but we're gonna look for 30% threshold. So if they are above 30%, there's going to be a viral infection. And what happens if some of these are low, or that doesn't, we're not going to look for that, because if anything is low, the other marker will be high. So don't worry about it. Another marker for the viral infections are monocytes. We're going to look anything above the 7% will basically indicate the viral infection. If this number is much higher, let's say over 11%, maybe you should go back to the doctor. Maybe at that point you will feel like super fatigued and super tired. So let's get checked for really like some bad viruses, maybe mononucleosis. So again, these markers measure infections in the body, can be hidden, very underlying causes of all other troubles that you might actually feel. 2 other markers to complete our 5 golden markers will be eosinophils and basophils. Eosinophils, we're going to look anything above the 30%, and basophils, anything about 1%. These 2 markers preferentially indicate anything food-related, allergies, sensitivities, and such. But if you're eating super clean and you already eliminated all kinds of foods, maybe these indicate actually parasitic conditions, parasitic infections. So be aware that can happen too, and lots of people actually these days suffer from the parasitic infections, so don't be surprised. I know these markers don't add up to 100, so don't get me on the math, but you will see that on your blood work they actually will. This is just our thresholds, so we're just gonna look at those numbers in this way. So anything above this range, look for an infection, and talk to your functional practitioner, because we definitely know how to address these and get you better. So happy blood work reading.